Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kicking It with Chicken. And of course, I'm your host, Fire Chicken. Now, if you're joining us with the live we just had, I hope you enjoyed that shit because, it was fun to edit, but it was a lot of work. And I'm going to try to do that every month like I have been doing. Basically, it's just all the fights fully edited. So you can pull it up anytime, throw it in the background, let people watch it, whatever. But I'm glad you guys are liking our shit. You're kicking it with chicken. We're going to have some drinks. We're going to bullshit. And fighters, Street Beef fighters, if you want to come on, you may come on. You got to message me and I'll let you know how to get on here. And I can have you as a guest. But I do have some stuff to talk about tonight. But I also want you guys to be asking a lot of questions. Mantis, you made it over. Awesome. Speed Trap, Mr. Top Knocker, Circumnavigate. I had to take a breath on that one. Welcome to the chat. So you guys can come up with questions. I'll answer them. I'll pull them up on screen like this. And we're just going to have a good time. We're going to have some drinks. And you don't want to go anywhere because don't tell anybody this, but I'm going to be debuting 2 fights. I edited 2 fights today, and I'm not putting them out for a few days, but I'm going to run them on here. So you guys will be the only ones to ever see the fully edited versions of these 2 fights that happened last weekend. So you don't want to go anywhere for that. They're short, I always debut the shorter fights on here, guys. So they do have finishes on them. I'll just tell you that. They're good fights. Yeah, like I said, stick around. Mantis already has a question. And this is actually, guys, a really common question with me. How did I get my name Fire Chicken? Well, guys, if you Google Fire Chicken, you'll find out what it is. It is a Pontiac Firebird. My first car ever, high school, was a Pontiac Firebird, a 76 to be exact. I was like the only one in high school that drove one of these things, right? I had that car for years. I loved it. But it wasn't just my first car. I've also had a Pontiac Firebird, Trans Am, whatever. So it refers to the bird on the hood, honestly, but I've had one ever since, and I'm like 39 now. So that's the origin story of the name Fire Chicken. And I picked that as a fight name when I first started doing MMA back in like 2009. Had an MMA career for, I don't know, years or whatever. I did pretty good. I went 3-1, lost a title fight. But it's just stuck with me ever since. I can't get away from that name, and it's so unique. Nobody else is going to have the name Fire Chicken. So, Uncle Lou's Fishing TV, thank you for the super sticker. I love the sticker, man. Really appreciate it. Ordinary Pete, welcome to the chat. Appreciate having you on here. This is a Q&A session with Fire Chicken tonight. You guys get a chance to ask me almost anything. You can ask me anything. I don't care. I might not answer it. I might answer it. It might be a funny answer. I don't know. We'll find out. So, War Chicken. Nice. Let's talk about a few things. I want to talk about some newer fighters. So, what I've been noticing is that we've been getting a lot of new people in the scrapyard. This is awesome. This is increasing the talent pool exponentially. Like, you guys are going to see these people fight. They're going to come back. They're going to build reputations. They're going to be viral stars. Everyone's going to be happy. So I want to just kind of go over some of the names that you guys should kind of like look out for. We already know about Solo. We already know about Vice Grip. We already know about Viking Warrior. These guys have built the scrapyard to what it is now, but we've got an influx of new fighters coming in. One person that I want to, well, let's talk about VIP. He didn't fight at the last event, but you just watched the live and he fought on that one. He's the one that was like just got out of the pen, want to try this thing out. He's gonna be one to watch, guys. He's gonna be one to watch because he's got a lot of charisma and a lot of raw talent. I would like to see him get into a gym and build some professional skills. Not like he's already got some good skills, but take it to the next level. Like when Jay Gotham got in here, you know, he was good, but he took it to the next level once he started training. Right here, Samoan Hokage. That's another guy. Um, Super entertaining dude. Like his spinning kick into like an overhand punch was awesome. You gotta watch that video. Solo versus Samoan Hokage. D. Ellis fought Vice Grip. D. Ellis is gonna be one to watch also. He's a older guy, displays a lot of good talent. Definitely has some experience. We got Red Hulk, 380 pounds. He fought a 210-pound Armani Warrior. I screwed that up in the editing. Whatever. But Red Hulk, I think that fight's gonna go like through the roof because it's already doing good and people want to see a 380-pound guy that can move like that. Honestly, he can really, really move. So, and then the last one that I want to talk about is high speed. Damn bug. High speed. He's fought a few times. High speed has some phenomenal kicks and some good boxing. He's going to be fighting this month. Who is he fighting? I don't know yet. But he's going to be fighting this month, either MMA or kickboxing. Let's see. Proudest fight memory for myself. Like I said, I did amateur MMA for years, and it was cool. But my proudest memory was after my boxing coach got me into boxing, and then I got sent on a work trip to Virginia, and I got to put my skills to the test in Satan's backyard in Scarface's OG Street Beefs branch, and I won my first fight. In tens of thousands of people have seen it, and that was such a cool experience. It was like being on TV, really. Because like let's be honest here, like you guys come out and fight for Street Beefs, you could get 10,000, 100,000, a million thousand. I made that up. But you could potentially get a metric ass ton of views, and I mean, say you're like the evening news, or maybe not the evening news, maybe just a news article or something on you. You might not get seen by as many people. What's up, Gash? So what I'm saying is with Street Beefs, there's a lot of exposure there. It's like being on TV, right? So that was a proud moment of mine, being seen by so many people. And this isn't fight related, but I mean it is. But running the scrapyard is a very fulfilling experience. Kind of the same thing. An ass ton, Victor. It's like a big ass, a ton of big ass. I don't know. I just said that. When's Gash fighting again? Gash may be able to answer that. She fought a few months ago, a couple months ago. Not anywhere near the scrapyard. I know, but we love having her come out here. Chris Young. 65,000 people watched my video. It was cool as shit. Most I ever fought in front of was a few thousand. Dude, I can relate to that, man. Like, I fought amateur MMA. Like, you would think that, oh, because it's higher level or whatever, that more people would see it. No, it's not the case. The case is that 200 people saw me fight that day, and that was it. There's already an East Coast street beefs. it's actually it's actually the main street beefs, the one that started all of this, Scarface's street beefs. Oh, you fought A Train. I fought A Train over on the East Coast uh last time I was there. He's technical, man. Uh I blame myself for not kind of pulling the trigger on that one and really going after him. But I saw what he did to people, and I didn't want to be that. I didn't want to just get demolished like some other people have. Iowa street beefs is an idea that's been kicked around. Yep, it hasn't happened yet. How did Scarface do it? Scarface started street beefs. OG Branch in his yard in 2008 to solve disputes between people and prevent them from further escalating to life-threatening violence. I think that's the best way to put it. He got people together. He tried to solve beefs with people, not always through fighting, but sometimes through fighting. And then people got word of it and started coming out or people started coming out and fighting. And then you start getting like a lot of people wanting the sport aspect of it, and it's blown up to such huge proportions now. Like, they've got like almost 2.8 million subscribers on YouTube. They have so many people watching them that like, you get a lot of people that want to come out and just do it for the experience. And I'll tell you, the experience of fighting in street beefs, I mean, unless you just get destroyed, is pretty amazing. Scarface is awesome. Scarface is awesome. Nothing better than a fight. Shake hands, then leave, no beef. I agree. When I was a kid and I got in fights, that is how we solved it. We got in fights and we were cool after that. Live to fight another day. Yep. You know what? In these street beefs, exhibition matches, you get it out of your system. Nobody's gonna shoot each other, nothing like that. You know, this shit's real on the street. Now, I can say that it's hard to get people together to want to fight each other. It really is. But if it's an option, and some people have done it before, and the fact that we lose lives off of people wanting to take it to the next level when they could just handle it like men, that's what we have this for. We provide other services too. Basically just giving people who don't bring that up, Gash. I don't want to talk about that. But it's sad that it moves up to, like, people losing their lives and stuff. 925 Pride is an example of that. Just trying to break up a fight, and his life was taken. So rest in peace, 925 Pride. Man, too young. It's sad. Yeah, I can't even imagine street violence like in other places, Samuel. It's bad. And unfortunately, yes, he did, Gash. Unfortunately, like, laws make it not legal to do this everywhere. We have a state that we can do this legally. But thing is, like, if you're in like Chicago or wherever, and you want to handle something like this, you're only, or even just fight, you got to get into amateurs. And then if you want to fight amateur, you're going to get put against somebody that's going to probably demolish you. I'm not trying to discourage you from getting into MMA or boxing or anything, but like that's just kind of the reality of it. And we really try to match people up based on skill level out here so that they can continue and move on and get better and, make this a passion of theirs. So 925 will always be remembered. He wanted to come up here and fight. I didn't get a chance to know him because he wasn't a scrapyard fighter yet, but he was starting to talk to me and wanting to come up. And at that point, I looked him up and was like, this guy's a legit MMA fighter. Like, he's good. And then I just absolutely couldn't believe it. Like, when that happened, it's like, wow. I'm going to be trying out a different type of editing soon, guys. It's an experiment. It's going to come out in a couple days, few days, 4 days. I don't fucking know. Whenever it gets out. But I'm going to get opinions on it and see what you guys like about it or what you don't like. I always like to ask your guys' opinions because your opinions matter to me. We'll see how that goes. Let's talk about martial arts really quick, guys. I see Gash is in here. I see Ruckus is in here. Jimmy, Speed Trap, Ordinary Pete. If you had, we'll say, 4 martial arts to pick, and you could only pick those 4 martial arts, what would you pick? I want your guys' opinions on this. Ruckus is Blaine Lanford. This guy. That's Ruckus. Gash. Yes, and I'll tell you why that's that. So, listen, views don't mean shit anymore because if you've ever watched TikTok, then what you'll notice is a view is when somebody watches a video. Okay. So if you put out a short and it's 5 seconds long and somebody watches it, that counts as a view. But if I put out a 15-minute video and somebody watches that video, then that's a view. But which one do you think is better? Obviously the 15 minutes because YouTube puts ads in it and everything. A 5-second video, no, they don't mess with that. So views don't really mean shit anymore. Yeah, I can get lots of views, but I am playing the shorts game right now too. So they don't, and honestly, I research everything, guys, but one thing I did notice about the whole shorts thing is Muay Thai. Gash, hold on, I'll get to that in a second. I'm gonna put that comment up so I can dispel it very quickly. Anyway, you get all these views and you get subscribers to go along with it, which is great. But if they're not watching your long form content, they're not really adding to your long-term views. So they're not really they're not really doing like as much for the channel as you would think. But Social Blade's wrong on a lot of shit. I'll tell you that. I mean, you can look at it and it'll say one thing, but it's highly inaccurate on a lot of shit. But yeah, views and subscribers are what you're going to get out of shorts. Watch time, not so much, not like you do off the long form content. Yeah. All right, Muay Thai. Let's talk about Muay Thai for a second. Let's talk about the positives and the negatives associated with Muay Thai. So I did recently start training a little bit of Muay Thai with Karate Gandalf and Mad Dog. They're the ones that are always like, I love Muay Thai in all my intros. But one thing I've learned about Muay Thai is their hands suck. They're not, like, they've developed their kicks to perfection, but their boxing is not very good. Now, a boxer versus a Muay Thai fighter. So a boxer can beat a Muay Thai or a kickboxer. They can. You can check a kick, you can pop in, you can land some shots, but a boxer has a significantly harder time with a Muay Thai fighter because of the clinch game. Sweeps, first off, a boxer does not know how to prevent a sweep. Second off, a boxer does not know how to prevent a barrage of knees in a clinch. So where you could survive against a kickboxer in that situation, you are not going to do very well in a Muay Thai situation against a Muay Thai fighter. Now, if you're sparring and you're not getting clinched and you can keep them away, you're going to get your legs eaten up pretty bad by Muay Thai kicks. However, what you need to do is you need to get your hands through their defense, because they tend to hold their hands out like this, and you can really snake around and catch him. So, Muay Thai, in my opinion, doesn't utilize their hands properly. I get there's a reason why they have their hands like that, but they just leave themselves really open. Another thing against Muay Thai is grappling. So you throw a knee like that, I mean, that's prime candidate for a takedown, for a single leg takedown, what have you. And then, wrestling and BJJ goes into that. So the weaknesses of Muay Thai are grappling. Now, if it's striking, I would give Muay Thai the advantage over most martial arts, with the exception of the hands. So I think a good stand-up fighter needs to learn Western style boxing and Muay Thai. I think you learn those two things. Use your clinch when you need to, but don't hold your hands out like that. Protect yourself more. And I can say the same thing about grappling too. So my four, I'm just going to say this, that my four that I would pick to learn are boxing, Muay Thai, wrestling, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. The reason for all of this is because boxing, obviously the hands, Muay Thai, the kickboxing, the clinch. Wrestling is your takedowns. Takedowns and positional control, top position. So you can rain punches down, whatever, but you have that wrestling. You can utilize a top position better. Jiu-jitsu is where you get submissions, submission defense, and fighting off your back. And I feel like that is definitely key to be successful. You have to have some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You really do. Even if it's just Jiu-Jitsu defense and you want to strengthen your wrestling, you got to know those four things, I think. You know what? Circumnavigate, I saw the Red Hulk fight because I was in the ring with them. Wrestling is huge. I did Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for years, and when I started working with wrestling, it brought my game up to another level. Shit. Okay. I just dumped fucking Twisted Tea on myself. Damn it, and it's probably going to be sticky. I'm not cutting myself off. Nope, I'm not going to cut myself off. Okay, I do have a sweatshirt here. Speed dry. Oh, man. I'm sticky and sweet now. Pour some sugar on me. Ew. Ew! Damn it! Party foul, sticky chicken. I wouldn't mind if it was watered, but it's sweet and sour sticky chicken now. It's kind of gross. You guys want to watch a premiere fight? Like you haven't seen it yet. Not unless you watch the live. But nobody's seen the edited version of it yet. So I mean I gotta get like 4 or 5 yeses or I'm not gonna do it. We just have to have that. So we got one hell yes. I think Jaja means yes. Derek Binford. Okay, that's 3, 4 yeses. Derek Binford. We got another yes. Another. Okay, you guys have Kimura'd my arm. You twisted my arm. So here we go. I don't know which one it is. I got 2 of them tonight. I'll premiere the other one here. I don't know, a little bit. So enjoy. Look at that logo. Look at that.
For the Oregon Coast, Vanilla Gorilla, here to put in work.
Hey, let me know if you like the edit.
From Fife.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Scrapyard. I'm your host, Fire Chicken. We got a fantastic event lined up for you today. First, shout out to the sponsors, Peace Shoto Premium Clothing Brand and HKA USA, best gear sponsors in the world. Check them out. Links in the description. You guys, be safe and fight hard.
Let's go! You guys both know the rules. Protect yourselves at all times. Listen to my commands at all times. Touch gloves now and go to your corners.
Lower ham.
Let's go! Timer. Fighter, you ready? Fighter, you ready? Round 1.
Yeah, buddy.
Look at that angle change. How's it gonna go? Travis Thompson in the house. Oh.
Be patient, be patient. That's the defense.
Breathe.
Look at all those trees. That's the Pacific Northwest life right there.
Guard up, there you go.
Oh, buddy.
Get out of there! There we go!
Get off the wall.
Guard up. There you go. Let them hands go. Come on.
Almost on the ball.
Take a step back.
Logan. Counter.
I don't know who's making the monkey noises.
Wait for him to throw.
Work that jab. Work the jab.
Hit him with the 1-2, Vanilla.
Time it.
Hit him with that 1-2. 1-2. Let those loose. 1-2.
Oh.
1-2.
Oh.
There you go. There you go. Hey, uppercut that. Uppercut that. Uppercut that.
Body.
There you go, Vanilla. 1-2. 1-2.
Come on, get in there.
Bam. Come on, Hunky. There you go. There you go, Vanilla. Good stuff.
Hey, Derek, you did fine. No, you're right on.
5.
Yeah.
He didn't need an 8 count until this.
Good job, Vanilla.
Go.
Hit him with that 1-2.
Get in there.
That 1-2.
Oh, dude, that leaping hook, that
He's done.
pop, I love it.
3. 5. 6. 7.
Oh man, respect to Beat Pop.
You got one more.
Nah.
You.
Come on, man. You got this.
All right, that's it.
Let's go, man. We got that work in. Okay, man. We're going back home now. Yes, sir.
All right, in your first round.
Yes, Derek is the ref. Okay, so I did see a couple errors that I made in editing, and I'm actually going to fix those right now and re-upload them. I don't get a chance to do this all the time because I don't know. Sometimes I don't notice a mistake until I've already put the fight out. But at that point, it's like you might as well just All right, and you're. Let's see here. Oh, right there. Yep, I found a mistake. I found a couple mistakes. I'm kind of a perfectionist, guys. Like I really do take a lot of pride in this doing this stuff. So I don't want to just leave it out there with mistakes in it. So if I can at all fix the mistakes before they go live, then like I'm actually going to be re-releasing a fight here soon. I put it out like a week ago, but it got it had an issue with it. I won't talk about the issue. I'm not going to get into any of that, but all right, in your first round. It yeah, anyway, it had an issue with it, so I'm going to re-release it. Hold on, guys. I'm multitasking. If you've watched Kickin with Chicken for any period of time, you already know suck at multitasking. Versus beat bop. Okay, I accidentally spelled Beat Bop's name as Beat Boop, like boop. So that was obviously something I wanted to fix. Vanilla Gorilla versus Viking Warrior. Yeah, I would like that too. The editing and special effects are outstanding, always improving. Thank you, Circumnavigate. My edits are weak sauce most of the time, but sometimes I make a gem. You just got to work at it, man. Like it really is. It's work, but you I love doing it. So, when I come up here into my little dungeon and I edit videos, this is where I do all my video editing. I enjoy it. I really do. I love watching the fights frame by frame. I love the response that I get from you guys. I love the slow motion. I always like improving, coming up with new ideas, brainstorming. I write stuff down. I'm always trying to be innovative. So, and you guys seem to take to it pretty good. So now I do have another fight for you guys. I'll play it here in a little bit after I go through some stuff. But who do you want to see fight this month? I use Filmora. So one thing about Filmora is you got to pay for it. But since I'm video editing every month, it was an investment. We got Anomaly in the house. Woo! But anyway, Filmora, I purchased, and that's what I use for all my video editing. It gives you like all the transitions that you see, all the filters that you see, all the titles that you see, even some of the music. Actually, most of the music. It gives me all that stuff too. Scorpio in the house. So let me see here. So we got our October event coming up, guys. That's October 22nd. Who holds the belt for 175 MMA? It's actually 170, but that would be Scotty Showtime. But Scotty Showtime is going to lose his belt unless he defends it. Contenders for that belt are probably going to be like E-Money, who just fought High Speed. I got a couple people that are around that weight that wouldn't mind having that belt. Train BJJ and Nogi. I mean, I agree, Ron, but you have to have striking too. Scrapyard Jitsu. Derek, you're funny. Hey, Ron, we got a guy in our group. I added him to the group chat on the messenger. And they're having a They're having a seminar down at 10 Planet Jiu-Jitsu. Let me know if you're interested in that. Gash, has there ever been a champion who's actually defended or lost the belt instead of vacating it? Yeah, actually, a lot of the fighters have defended their belts at least a few times. There have been a few fighters that have lost their belts. So Lights Out was defeated. He lost his belt. I'm going to put your question up here too. Lights Out lost his belt. He was defeated. Turtle vacated. Golden Hands. I never really put his belt up again. Brick House lost to Terrifier. Lost his belt. And then, wait. Did he lose? I can't remember. Lights Out has a he said he was like 12-4, but I actually reversed a decision the other day, so that's actually an L. He might not count it, but I mean, we don't really keep track of records because they're just amateur exhibitions. But I don't know if Brickhouse had the belt and then lost it. I think he did. Lost to Terrifier, and then he beat Terrifier. Yeah, there we go. Maniaco lost to Turco, so he lost his belt. I don't know if anybody's ever lost the 155 MMA belt because we kind of vacated that one. I mean, it was originally Gumby. It went to Gumby. Then it went to Too Explosive had it. Doughboy had it. But I don't know if any of those guys were ever like defeated and took it. But they all defended their belts. So I mean they all defended their belts at different times. Video's already done rendering. So I'm gonna try to upload this video really quick. This is the fix to that Beat Bop fight I was talking about. Sorry, there's like stuff going on downstairs. I'm just listening to it. Apparently, the wife is having a hocus pocus party. So I don't know if you guys remember the movie Hocus Pocus back in like the 90s, but with Bette Midler, what's her name from Sex and the City? I can't remember her name. Sarah Jessica Parker. Yeah, that's it. But they're all down there eating chips and salsa and stuff and watching Hocus Pocus. Not my ideal Saturday. My ideal Saturday is hanging out with you guys. I went down there and I was like, you guys are weird. You're sitting around watching Hocus Pocus. And then I thought, like, well, maybe they're not really weird. Maybe I'm weird when I bring people over on a Saturday and we box in the cage and we turn the lights on. Maybe I'm the weird one. I don't know. Okay. One thing about the last video that I played for you guys, it actually had me wearing a shirt. You probably don't know whose face that is on the shirt. One of you guys mentioned it, but that's Travis Thompson. He's a local hip hop artist. He's really blowing up right now. He's on Reservation Dogs. I met him a couple times. We actually went out to his show as a group like a couple weeks ago or a week ago. This was last weekend. We went out to the fight right after the fight, and I got a chance to meet him again and talk to him. And it's pretty fucking cool because like he recognizes us with the scrapyard because he watches our stuff. And it's like, you know, I watch his I watch I listen to his music and all that, and he watches their fights. You know, it's like two people from the Pacific Northwest kind of like supporting each other, or you know, it's just neat to see. So, disturbing the peace. What is up? What about Scorpio versus disturbing the peace in the scrapyard? Bare knuckle fighting. You guys are like, why don't we do bare knuckle fighting in the scrapyard? Blood. That's why we don't do it. Yes, Scorpio versus Solo too. There's a lot of blood. We don't want a lot of blood. Oh, dude. Real Lion versus Disturbing the Peace. I don't know, Gash. I like my boy Disturbing the Peace. I really do. There's quite a few like West Coast fighters that I fuck with that are like. I mean, for one, any of you that come up and hang out and bullshit, and you know what, like DTP, I wish we would have got a chance to kind of talk and hang out a little bit more. I realize, you know, your ribs were probably broke, and that sucks, and so we couldn't really talk a lot. But when like, you know, fucking Shinigami came up, you know, he was cool. He hung out with us. I really want Free Smoke to come back because I didn't get a chance to hang out with Free Smoke. I got sicker than I've ever been in my life, just about. So that was some sucky shit. And I couldn't party, and Beach was here, and it fucking sucked. I want to spar with you guys. I wanted to drink with you guys. I definitely didn't want to do this other stuff that somebody. I'm not going to talk about that. But anyway, yeah, it looked like it was a pretty great time, and I feel like I missed out on it. In fact, I know I missed out on it. Yes, DDP's got some hands, and I've noticed he's gotten better too. You guys want to watch another fight? I mean, by any chance? I mean, I just need like, see, we got 22 people watching. If I get 10 yeses, I'll play it. 10 yeses, and I will play it. 1. There's 1. Can I KO your baby mama in my ring? I can get somebody to KO your baby mama. I ain't gonna KO. Disturbing the peace. Who would you fight if you came back? We got 2, 3, 4, 5. Halfway there. 6. DTP. Anybody you want, pretty much. 7. We're getting there. We only need 3 more. Castro, I knew you were watching. You can't hide. This was my plan, was to pull these people watching out of the woodwork. I was like, Brick House would be a good one. I got 2 more. So you guys that are just watching and not commenting, you're gonna have to comment and say something. When are you gonna come back, Castro? It's Halloween. That'd be like perfect. I mean, dress up, you know, like it's fun. We're gonna party afterwards. I'm going to probably be a giant chicken. I don't know. Red Hulk. Yeah, maybe. Everybody wants Red Hulk now. I need 2 more people to say yes, or I'm not playing this video. I'm serious. Probably not, but I'll probably play it. 2 more people. Just say yes. 2 more people. Oh, Top Knocker. I didn't see you. 1 more. 1 more. 1 more. Who is it? All right. Chase spoke up and saved you guys. You got a Grinch suit you want to fight in? Do it. Do it, Castro. All right. Here we go. I got another one for you guys. I hope you enjoy it. It is never debuted anywhere else. It will debut in the next couple days. I'm not sure when, but fuck it. Enjoy.
Black Hornet fighting out of Bremerton, 190. Let's get this boy.
Find the village hidden in the clouds. Let's get it.
Welcome back to the Scrapyard for this final matchup of the day, and it's MMA. Shout out to the sponsors, Peace Shoto Premium Clothing Brand and HKA USA. Best gear sponsors out there. Links to everything's in the description. You guys be safe and fight hard.
To the middle? Yeah. Okay, MMA fight. We went over the rules before the match. Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Touch gloves if you'd like. To your corners. Back up.
We need a heavyweight boxing champion.
Fighter, you ready? Fighter, you ready? Scrap.
Don't limit, be fast.
I got one for you.
Calm down.
Let's go, Ernie.
Hammer fist.
Hold close, don't limit. Get your arm out of there. Get your arm out. Gotta get your arm out.
Give him the vice.
Gotta get the arm out. Try and get the knee over the stomach. Knee over the stomach. Your right knee over the stomach, Black Hornet. Right knee over the stomach. Keep the guard in.
I'll tell you in a minute.
Don't get that knee in there. You gotta get that arm out.
Get them hammer fist in.
Protect yourself, fighter. Protect yourself. Hey, let's get to the feet and strike. Let's get to the feet and strike.
Arm ball. Arm ball.
Improve position. Improve position. Tap.
Your winner by tap out in the first round, Black Hornet.
Hey, I want Jay got him.
Oh! Jimmy got him. Will he answer the request, though? Yo, Scorpio. Nah, fights are up here. So DTP depends on what you want. If you want to box or if you want MMA. Brickhouse will do MMA. I got some other people too. I just got to like if I know you're coming up, I can look. But I know that D. Ellis is somebody that would be a good contender for boxing heavyweight. So I would like to see him. About that fight, though, I saw some opportunities for No Limit. He had a good armbar opportunity, but didn't capitalize on it. And then he kind of got smothered with the elbow on the neck, which, I mean, you could just push the elbow to the side and relieve that pressure. I don't think Jay Gotham fights anymore. Early next year, I would love that, DTP. And let's fucking go out or something afterwards. I'm not going to buy you wine before your fight. I'll buy you wine after your fight. Yeah. But oh, hey, does anybody want to go to Virginia in November? So look, anybody watching right now, I'm going to Virginia in November on the 5th. They're having fights. I don't know if I'm going to fight. I don't know who I would fight, but I want to go. So if anybody wants to go, let me know. I've already got a couple people interested. Yeah, just don't get sick. Seems like people coming into Washington just pick something up when they get here. We had Doughboy get sick last event. I had Goal Setter get sick the event before. Get your tickets now if you want to go, though. I mean, it's just going to get more expensive the longer you wait. I don't think Demon would fight me. But if somebody propositioned him about it, maybe he would do it. Because I brought it up a long time ago, and that kind of started an argument with some people and everything. But I mean, he wanted to fight Viking Warrior. So it's like, I would fight Demon Monsoon in an exhibition match. I don't care about the wins or the losses or whatever. That's why I fought A-Train and fought Scarface. It's like, I wasn't looking for like a win or a loss on anything like that. It was just it was like a experience, you know? Nah. Demons, I don't think that would be a good one, Scorpio, actually. No offense to Solo, but I think Demon would take that one. Yeah, wear a sweatshirt when you fight. Hey, DTP, where do you live? Like what town's close to you? Are you Vegas, Arizona, or Cali? And if you're Cali, where are you in Cali? I hate asking questions and waiting for answers because it's like, it usually takes a while. It's like my stream might be slow. Okay. DTP, I'll wait for your answer. Grit City podcast. So guys, I did a podcast with Mandy Bear the other last Sunday. So Grit City podcast, they're a podcast in the Grit City, which is aka Tacoma. Oh, DTP, I'll be in Anaheim soon. I know that's a drive, so don't worry about it. But do you know anybody who's near Anaheim? I know Illuminate lives in San Diego. I think it's a different city, but I think it's near there. Anyway, Grit City podcast. So they did a podcast with us. They came to our event. They took some audio. They interviewed some people. And if you look up Grit City podcast right now on Google, you will find our interview. Now you won't find our in studio one. That doesn't come out until Wednesday. Wednesday, you can listen for it. High Speed won't fight Viking Warrior, so that's not gonna go. So I'll probably have to give somebody else the opportunity. But I don't know if I got anybody that's ACDC would be a good one, or actually Crazy Legs wants to fight for the 155. Spike that like for chicken. I like that. Crazy Legs wants to fight for the 155-pound kickboxing title. So I need to find somebody for him. You were born in Anaheim. That's awesome. It's like somebody brings up Anaheim and all of a sudden everybody's like, oh yeah, Disneyland. How do you know I'm going to Disneyland? Ah, fuck it. You already know. Whatever. ACDC versus Crazy Legs. Yes, that's a good one. I got to find out who ACDC came out here with because, yeah. Maybe the tacos are better closer down in San Diego. Morningstar. Where's Morningstar? Oh, Morningstar. There you are. Waiting for Morningstar to come back. Like, yeah. I mean, I got some heavyweights that would be good matchups for you, man. You just got to sign up. You're like in Bremerton, man. Dude, we got a taco truck out here by the scrapyard. It's like if you come out to the scrapyard, you're gonna go buy it. It's in Purdy, and the fucking tacos are bomb. They got horchatas, jarritos. They got all sorts of stuff. It's good stuff. It's really good. It's the best taco truck I've ever had. Morningstar and Scorpio fought. I don't remember, but that would be a good fight. How big is Morningstar? Like on the screen, he's like, I don't fucking know. I'm just fucking with you guys. I lived in San Diego my whole life, but spent my summers in Texas. Oh, they have not. Okay. Well, Scorpio's like pretty much a West Coast fighter now, so Q-Tip too. Scorpio and Q-Tip, you know. Dude, Pinche Jr., his family came out and made street tacos like 2 events ago. And it was, I don't usually get carne asada. I usually cannibalize in the pollo, style. But like the carne asada was really good. They did an awesome job. We had Sugar Hill here last month. She does the sweets and the Philadelphia cheesesteaks, Philly cheesesteaks. Next month we're having a guy do pulled pork. Let's see. Did you guys check out my interview or my podcast with MMA Underground? That was last Tuesday. Check it out. Buddy V. Share our stuff, guys. Get our videos out there. Share that shit on Reddit, especially if you're a fighter. Share your shit. I've been posting on Reddit more lately. Yeah, but technically the Scrapyard was around first DTP. We actually had our first event before the West Coast did. So, and we've had more events too. I'm not counting, but I just know they missed a couple events. Do you guys have fights in between events? No. I mean, I can't stop people from doing that. Ordinary Pete. So, like, yeah, I mean, like, I do make shorts already. But, oh, that would be a good one. Morningstar versus DTP. How about we set that one up? Shinigami versus Morningstar would be a good one too. But, I mean, people do reaction videos. So look, as a content creator, as a YouTube content creator, when somebody posts a video and uses our content, I have the option to hit them with a like a cease and desist kind of deal. Oh yeah, you're kind of right. Gash, you're probably right. No offense to Shinny, but you might be right on that. Anyway, I have the option to hit people with copyright strikes and stuff. Do I? Fuck no. I think it's cool that people are sharing our shit. I think it helps get the fighters' names out. Yeah, I don't get any credit. I don't get any, anything for it, but it is cool for the fighters. Now, if somebody takes one of our videos and like totally trashes on it, calls our fighters names. I'll put a takedown notice on it. Like, I don't think that's cool. So I mean, I can dictate how people use it. Who gave you a strike, Pete? Because I didn't give you a strike. No way. The only time I give people a strike is if it's bad. Like, they're taking my content and they're like, oh, these guys are just the biggest whatever, and like they're like totally trashing on us. Oh, not I know, yeah. But I mean, I have like, one person was stealing like all of our fights and using them on their channel, and I gave him a strike. No, Gash doesn't live in Gig Harbor anymore. She actually lives over in Wisconsin. Wisconsin. She used to live out here. Used to come out and spar. Used to come out and fight, but she still comes out and fights. I know you're in a good gym though, because your technique is getting much, much better. So it's sad when fighters move away. Scorpio, Gash, it sucks, but I get it. Life happens. Chadman in his debut fight with music. Oh yeah. So listen, if you use somebody's, like, a big company's footage or whatever, they will hit you with copyright strikes without even second thoughts. But I know that there's people like Mexican Martial Arts. Check them out too. They were worried about using our stuff because they got hit with a copyright strike a while back for something, but it wasn't from us. So now they do breakdowns and that kind of stuff. And the Grandmaster's hilarious. You definitely want to check Mexican Martial Arts out. Well, you haven't been here in like quite a while, Scorpio. I want to know who Gash wants to fight next. That's what I want to know. Let me think here. I would have to think about that one. 8-man tournament for boxing heavyweight title. The problem, listen, with a problem with Grand Prix and that kind of stuff is fighters don't always come back the next month, and then I have spots I have to fill or give people passes. I don't want to do that. Like, if you've had a fight before and you come out and want to fight for a title, that's fine. No. Gash versus Lights Out, no. First off, Lights Out, he's not going to want to kickbox. So, I mean, we're not going to do that one. No. Gash. She's just laughing. Yeah. But no, we got people. And that's the thing. Like, if somebody has an idea of who they want to fight, they can message me, and I can. The worst I'll say is no. The worst I'll say is fuck no. But, generally no is the answer that you get. Like, and it's not Gash. It's like some people message me like, well, I've had like 20 pro fights and I want to box, solo. It's like, why? Why don't you just sign up? Okay, I didn't mean pro. I meant semi-pro. Just curious, how do you put these fights on? Do you have sponsors or is it a neighborhood fight league? It's actually me that puts the fights on. I facilitate the fights. I have the environment. I built the cage with the help of people like Gash. She came out, helped paint Turco, and Turkish Assassin, Anomaly, Buddy V, Pishoto. You guys were all out here helping out to build to build what we have, to build that cage right there. You guys are all part of that. But we don't really need sponsors. Okay, no, I didn't mean that. It's not that we don't need sponsors. It's that we don't need, like, there are certain things that we need monthly that the sponsors take care of. But as far as like for making it run, like there, like I don't know how to I don't know how to explain it, but I put a lot of in-pocket stuff into it. I'll put it that way. If I think we need something, I go out and buy it. Whether it's like something that's just for the fighters that nobody on YouTube sees, like a heater or multiple heaters or a cover or whatever, like I'll purchase stuff like that for the fighters. Or if it's a new camera, I went out and bought a new camera the other day, right here. I went out and bought that camera. It's a 360-degree camera. It cost me over $600, but it's something that will help Scrapyard out. Because I want to invest back into the Scrapyard. That's why the cage looks like it does. That's why the video looks like it does, because I believe in giving back to it. But I also want it to look the same too. People tell me, so listen, I'm completely open to suggestions on what people's ideas are. But like, just because one person says, hey, do this, doesn't mean I'm going to do that. So I just try to keep an open ear, so I try to give people an opportunity to say, like, maybe they have a good idea. Maybe I'll end up using it. Don't know. You guys, your opinions matter to me, especially you guys. So the guys and gals in the discussion right now are the ones that I listen to, because you guys are the ones that are commenting on the live videos. You guys are here for more than just seeing the violence. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people that are just here for violence, but that's not what we're about. We're about building a community of fighters that is about bettering ourselves and getting what we want out of the fighting thing. Is it just letting off some steam? Is it getting something that you've always wanted to do out of the way? Is it training to become a better fighter? I mean, whatever. Like, I try to help you guys out in that direction. So I heard Ruckus's live feed was pretty good. That's good news. And I got to give a shout out to my team, because they were good. I want to say shout out to Karate Gandalf, Mad Dog, Mr. Wu, Sue, Russ, Jeremy, Buddy V, Robbie, Coach P, Derek, and Ruckus, and more. Because they were UC. No. This is the podcast right here. This is my podcast. And honestly, I don't have time. But shout out to those people that helped, and the other people that were there that helped too, because last event was so streamlined and good. Like, I didn't have to do as much as I normally do. Street Beefs made me train too, Ordinary Pete. Back in like 2016, Dangerous versus Bamson. That would be a good one. I like that. I like that, Gash. Back then, I was kind of in this like spot where I wasn't training. And then I started watching Street Beefs, and then I started boxing, and then I ended up going out there. If I never would have met Pata, my boxing coach, I don't know. Like, how would that have gone? I would have went out to Street Beats and done an MMA fight. I guess I could look at who was there that day. Maybe I would have fought the same guy, but in MMA. Deadpool? Who knows? I feel like my ground game would have covered me, but it's a rough environment out there. There was snow on the ground. They were using like wood chips and stuff. So I don't know if MMA fight would have been that good. Hey, shout out to Mr. Top Knocker again, my matchmaker guy. He's been a huge asset to the scrapyard since he came out. So love having you out here. You're in UP, Michigan, so I can't really go nowhere. We're in Gig Harbor, Washington, BBQ. I know it's a trip, but if you talk to any of these fighters that have come out here, it's worth it. 1 hour west of Seattle. Yep. All right. We're going to kind of get to the end of the Kicking It with Chicken. So I would like your best questions. Absolutely best questions. Anything that you've ever wondered about the scrapyard. Anything you've ever wondered about street beefs, I will try to give you a answer for in some way or another. Gig Harbor is nice. It actually is a nice place. There's a lot of hikes and scenery and beauty. You've got the water, you've got the view of the mountain. It's relatively clean. You've got some woods. It is a nice place. Origin of the Bigfoot mascot from Circumnavigate. So, with Bigfoot, Bigfoot's like a household name for Washington State. I think he was a Seattle Supersonics mascot. Bigfoot Bay. She's an Instagram name or whatever. She does like twerking videos with Bigfoot costume on, whatever. But it's just synonymous with Washington State, like coffee and Seattle. Space Needle, Bigfoot, Starbucks. I hate Starbucks. I don't like Seattle very much either. But that's all Washington State. So that's kind of how we got to using Sasquatch as a mascot. Really though, like if you're going to pick an animal mascot, what do you pick for Washington State? Ruckus was a great commentary live stream coordinator. I think Ruckus, Buddy V Karate Gandalf would be a good combo. You know what? If I use that 360 camera again next time, I could actually film them as a commentary panel at the same time as filming the actual fights. Ordinary Pete, the neighbors. My neighbors are cool, except for one neighbor. One neighbor is a Karen that has nothing better to do than pay attention to what we do and complain about what we do and try to get us in trouble. That is also a hypocrite who does things all the time that annoy us, but we don't really mention because we don't really care. I mean, it's annoying stuff, but like, why not just let us have fun once a month? Like, it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, okay, we get some cars on the road and some people coming out and watching some fights, but it's not that big of a deal. Nobody else really cares. No, she's not single. She probably annoys the shit out of her husband too. I think he purposely goes to work so he doesn't have to deal with her. We did try some announcers. but we didn't have it set up the best way. Have you saw, but I did a big hike in August. I uploaded some video. I did see it. It was really cool. If you ever get out to Washington State and want to do a hike, Gash, there is a Iron Goat trail near Leavenworth. That's a pretty cool hike. You might want to look it up. We do hikes all the time. We go out to La Push. We go. I don't know. We find hikes. The whole rainforest. It's just neat to kind of get away from everything once in a while. Yes, circumnavigate by the Karen. We got the cops called on us once. He rolled out in his cop car. He pulled into our parking area. He sat in his cop car for 10 to 15 minutes, and then he left. Because we're not doing anything illegal. He's probably didn't even want to come out there. But, you know, when somebody calls and complains, it's like you have to, I guess. Pete. November 5th. That's when we're probably going to go out to Virginia. That's not our show. November 26th is our show. And listen, Gash, that's a special event. If you want to know why, you can get a hold of me. But that's going to be a special event. I'm just going to say that. So that would be a good one to get out to. Terrifier versus Beast. Terrifier is not really in the scrapyard anymore. So, you know, he's kind of gone. We had an issue or whatever. We never really talked about it. Like, whatever. Like, I'm not going to get into it. I wish him the best. That's all I can say. I wish Terrifier the best. I wish him the best. I hope he makes a career out of MMA and becomes big time. Whether or not he ever mentions us, whatever, you know. I did think of him as a friend at one point. Link. What's the link? Baby J? Let's see. Terrifier versus Beast is not going to happen. We talked about it's hard to fight. The Beast episode was pretty good. California to Seattle would be pretty cheap, to be honest. Yeah, he's in Hawaii, but I mean, you gotta patch up the bridges you burn before you know. You're right, BBQ. I need somebody to handle my social media stuff. At least Instagram, at the very least. I do got some talent on these vids. I do. But I'm one person. And it's like it's my baby. I can't count on other people to take care of my baby and raise my baby. I have to raise my baby myself. Sure, I can get people to look after my baby once in a while, but it's ultimately up to me to make sure that my baby is fed properly and goes to college. Top 3 fights on my channel and go. My favorites. Jay Gotham versus Preacher Son. I know it's a new one, but High Speed versus E-Money. And just give me a second. I gotta look because let's see video. We're looking here. You know, the third top one is pretty tough, to be honest. The other two I knew right away. It isn't about views. Man, Drano Doctor versus Scotty Showtime was a good one. King 4 Dub versus the African was a good one. Yeah. I mean, we got some options here. Okay, dashboard. Are you guys subscribed to the channel? Like, honestly, are you subscribed? Have you pushed that subscribe button? That's the real question. I'm deleting that video. Delete forever. And you're gone. Boop. Okay. Let's see where I gotta get back to you guys. I'm off on another channel. Solo versus Scorpio was classic, yeah. I do have an IG. It's Ordinary Pete. If you want my personal IG, which you're gonna have to send me a message on it because I don't really I don't really like add a lot of people on it, but it's Fire Chicken. All the E's are 3s. But we have the Street Beef Scrapyard group or IG page that has like, I don't know. Morning Star, that ship has sailed. Supernova is now like a 200-pounder. So he's going to be fighting like, I want him to fight JB for the title. Golden Hands versus Pinche Jr., I would say was probably one of our best fights. Q-Tip also puts on really good fights, technical fights. That's what I mean. Like, we've had some really good ones. The solo fights are super entertaining. Scotty Showtime, super entertaining. But I'll tell you this. It is really cool. Heart in the Fight? What is up? I'm just... Damn it. I spilled like 2 of these Twisted Teas already. I didn't lose a whole lot, but... Oh! Hummingbird versus Q-Tip and Hummingbird versus Turtle were awesome fights. Yes. I don't know if that'll ever happen. We'll see. But yeah. Okay, guys. I'll take some more questions. Who do you think is runner for Fighter of the Year? Okay. Solo and Vice Grip, I think are going to be. I think it's going to be Solo, to be honest, because he's built himself up to be like the household name of the scrapyard. On an entertainment factor, he's just huge. But Vice Grip also is building himself up. Ordinary Pete, I already tried that. It didn't work. No, I did try that. Scorpio, what did you think of your Street Beast West Coast experience? I will post your answer on the screen. But yeah, fight's coming up October 22nd. It is going to be Halloween themed. Costumes are optional. Clothing is mandatory. We're not going to get into that. Vice grip. Who would vice grip? I would like to see vice grip versus Solo, to be honest. I think that'd be an awesome fight. Fight for the fighter of the year. Oh, look at that. You see, you're on top of your shit, man. I will give you that. How would you describe the skill level of a fighter in the yard? Would you say, oh, okay. How would you describe the skill level of the fighters in the yard? Would you say more 3s and 4s? Depends on the fighter. Viking Warrior is like a 4 or a 5, probably a 5. Like he could go pro. Golden Hands, like a 4 or 5, he could go pro. I say 4, but I mean 5. Yeah, it's tough to say. Yeah, I mean, nothing's concrete until somebody steps into the cage. Even like Goal Setter, who signed up, showed up, and then got sick the day before. It was like, oh my god, you. But shit happens. I don't stress over it anymore. I just try my best to make up matchups and everything, and this sets up 6-9 edge up. Well, I can honestly say that I purposely make the crowd vote go in the way of not getting draws. We run on a 10-9 scoring system here. At least that's what I hear amongst the crowd. So basically the winner gets 10 or less, or the round winner gets 10, the other person gets 9 or less. So it really helps eliminate draws. It really helps eliminate draws. It's hard to tell people not to be biased, but I know a lot of people loathe draws, and that's why I try to get rid of them. But they keep coming back. Every once in a while, a fight is deemed worthy of being a draw, and it becomes a draw. It just happens. You got to admit, there's some fights that are just like, yeah, that was a draw. I agree with that. Well, I never heard Scorpio's experience with the West Coast. So I could probably. Oh, it was a welcome. Okay. I think if you ask like Free Smoke and Earthling 7 and those guys like coming up here, they had a really good time. Like I really try to treat people the same, whether they're from wherever or wherever, because like they're ultimately a scrapyard fighter when they're fighting in the scrapyard. So it's like I don't see any point in like shaming anybody or anything like that. The only guy that seemed mean was DDP. It's all right. It's all right. He was mean to me too. Not really. I wish I would have got more chance to talk to him, but I was busy that event. Nah, you guys are awesome. Like street beefs in general. Like what street beefs is built, what Scarface has started, and they have their own thing over on the East Coast, but like the West Coast and the scrapyard, we all have like our own way of doing things. It's pretty fucking cool, to be honest. Like we're different, and there's like this little like competitiveness that goes on with the fighters, and I love it. Um, it's fun. It's fun. It's fun knowing that fighters from up here want to go down there, and fighters from down there want to come up here. And now we're getting people from the East Coast coming over here. So, yeah, I love being a part of it. I mean, it's honestly like surreal still. Something that I was a fan of, that I watched for years, and then eventually became a branch leader, somebody managing Street Beast branch, and trying my best to keep it in like the way that Scarface envisioned it, but have our own twist on it. Because really, like, if you see a video from the West Coast or the OG branch or the Scrapyard, like instantly where that fight came from. You're like, oh, that's a West Coast fight, or that's a Scrapyard fight, or that's an OG branch fight. Like, you just know, because they're so distinctively different. That's what makes it cool, though. Like, we all just have our own feel. We all have our own environment. We all do our own thing, but we all work towards being the same as far as our goals. So I got mad respect for all the other branches of Street Beefs. And like more respect for Scarface than anybody could ever know, because he created something that is so extraordinary and huge that I mean, it'll be remembered for generations, hopefully lasting generations. That's cool, Blake. I appreciate that. You've always been welcome. I don't want to charge for the live feed though. Like, look, it's not about like charging for, like, I have a membership section. People can do that. If you really want to be a member and have a cool logo and stuff and get some exclusive footage and stuff every once in a while, that's cool. But like, as far as the live feed goes, it's really just as simple as like me putting Ruckus on the camera, and he gets like a bird's eye view of the entire cage, and he gets to talk in front of a camera for 6 hours. I don't need to charge for that. Now I know that like West Coast, they do they're charging for it, but they try harder. They do more stuff. There's more time involved with it. With us, it's just like, oh, here's your live feed, enjoy. And I get people bitching about it, but it's like, you know what? Don't complain about it because it's a free live feed. So people brought it up that they wanted a live feed, and I gave them a live feed. If you want to support us, buy a shirt, like, and even with shirts, like I have the shirts priced very low. So there's actually like a minimum price that you can post on Teespring. Do I trade? That's such a random question, Gash. I thought the heat index was cool. Yeah. Sorry, heat, cool, whatever. That's my dad jokes running like their little hamster on its wheel in my head, thinking of a dad joke, whatever. Anyway, I thought it was really cool. I enjoyed watching it. I thought Tank did a really good job. It was cool to see. So I hope to see more of those. As far as us doing it or consider it, I don't really make it a point to go and fight anymore. Like, I just like to be trained up and ready, but I don't really have anything to prove. So I'll let the youngins do it, to be honest. Do I drink milk? Not like like sometimes if sometimes I get like a craving for it, but for the most part I don't drink milk. To be honest, the only thing I really drink is water, unless I'm doing like a kicking with chicken. Then I'll have some twisted teas, but I don't really drink that often. So it's yeah, water. I know it sounds so boring, but I like good spring water from a well, like out at my place, is just it's so good. Ice water, maybe some lemon in it. DTP, Heart in the Fight, Gash, Ordinary Pete's becoming like a circumnavigate. You guys are all becoming like big part of the chat. Speed Trap, you're always here. It's always a pleasure having you here. Ruckus, BBQ, yeah. BBQ, you got to change your profile picture so I recognize you more. Yeah. It's neat seeing new people in here. Also, what is your profile picture? Your profile picture looks like TTP. I mean, like, it looks like, jeez. Okay, the first thing I noticed was you getting attacked, and I thought it was a swarm of bees, to be honest. I was like, why is your profile picture you getting attacked by a swarm of bees? But then I realized it's somebody with some with a perm. Yeah, I don't know if that was a intentional or what. I didn't want to say it. Ah! Oh, geez. It's pretty good. Okay, let's talk about this really quick, disturbing the peace. This goes, there's your profile picture again. I can't unsee the bees. I'm Blake, I'll get to you in a second. Honestly, disturbing the peace. We should all be super cool with each other. It should be like, what analogy should I use? Like the oasis, the watering hole, the place where all the animals, the predators and the prey and everything come together to drink from the watering hole. That's like what the scrapyard is. We all get along while we're out here. But you step in the cage, it ain't like that no more. It's wartime, and you find out quick if you're the predator or the prey. But there's no need for unnecessary drama outside the cage. It just, all it does is causes tension and friction in the group, and it makes it less of a place that people want to enjoy. Actually, Ruckus, I'm not a belt at all. I mean, up there you can't see it. Actually, so those are belts in a martial art that I did a while back. But it's not BJJ. But let's talk about experience really quick versus belts. So, what if you went okay, that's a bad example. What if you went to Japan and you trained Japan? What if you went to Brazil and you trained down there with like legit Gracies for a year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever, but you never like got into the belt stuff? Then does that make you less experienced than someone who has the same experience but with a belt? So what I'm getting at is the belt shows you progress. It's a patch that you have. It's like being a Boy Scout and getting a patch. You know, just because you have the patch means that you know how to do what the patch says you do, but there's also people that know how to do it that don't have the patch yet. So it's same with a belt. Like you could wrestle and do submissions for years and never get a belt. So I'm a white belt in jiu-jitsu. Um, but I train with people that are various belt levels. I'll go into a gym and I'll get my ass handed to me like anybody else by a black belt in jiu-jitsu. So I mean, I think I'm decent at jiu-jitsu, and I'm not going to put a belt on where I'm at because that's not my place. I'll just say that I'm somewhat competitive with people when I go into a gym, but I'm not like the most, you know, like I'm not black belt or even brown belt level. I'll say that for sure. Well, in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, if they give you a belt, that usually means you're pretty good in that. But at the same time, if you're doing the same thing as they are, just not belting, then you could be equally skilled, just not have anything to show for it. You've got a black belt in Mario Kart 64 and Battleship. Yeah, I got some black belts in some games too. Maybe more like brown belts. I get my ass kicked. I'm gonna get that new Call of Duty, and we'll see how it works out. Modern Warfare 2. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe eventually I'll get into jiu-jitsu where I'm doing belts and stuff, but for now it's just more about the experience factor. I mean, I did matches out at the scrapyard with a lot of different people for a long time, and I won all my matches out here with people. Some of them had experience, some of them didn't. Some people surprised me, had more experience than I thought, but I just thank you, Morningstar. Um, yeah, I mean, I have my own distinct style. I'll just say that. I'm not practiced up right now, though. I had an injury several months ago, and I haven't fully recovered from that injury yet. And when I do, I'll start doing grappling matches in the scrapyard again because I know there were some people that enjoyed watching them, and I enjoy doing them. Now I just spar with people after the fights. I was a black belt in Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Well, guys, um, yeah, actually, circumnavigate. He left a comment on a couple of them. He left one on Mad Dog versus Sifu Panda and High Speed versus E Money. So he's left comments on a couple videos. He's a cool dude. And I left a comment on one of his videos and said, "What's the chances of you ever coming out to the scrapyard?" And he no shit said 100%. So people are starting to notice us, guys. You know, you can only do something great for so long before everybody notices. Who knows who's seen us? Fuck, Joe Rogan might have seen our stuff by now. Who knows? We're just gonna keep going up. We're gonna keep doing what we're doing, but just expand and get bigger. You know, like it's a really cool thing. There was a YouTuber on a live stream. Man, you got to give me more info than that, Scorpio. I want to know more about that. Mexican martial arts, he would probably come up. Travis Thompson, oh yeah, I should go on Joe Rogan's podcast. I'm sure he'd be like, yeah, let's have Fire Chicken on there. Man, find out, Scorpio. That's your mission. Like, serious, you can't do that to me. You can't do that to me. Mexican martial arts would definitely come up. You guys just got to spam his shit and be like, hey, go up to the scrapyard. Dude, I'll straight up have him commentate a fight. I don't care. Be like, you're commentating, man. His shit's hilarious. He's more than welcome. Wonderboy Thompson, more than welcome. Travis Thompson, more than welcome. Anybody that fucks with us, like, you're welcome. Anybody that supports us, you guys are awesome. All of you. But I think I'm going to get off here, guys. Kicking It with Chicken's been great. Please go on to these YouTubers. Go to their channels and just like say, hey, you should check out Street Beef Scrapyard. Like, I have an advantage because I'm verified on YouTube. I've been verified since I hit 100,000 subscribers a couple months ago. Yeah, dude. Hey, Morningstar. Like, I can contact Travis. Like, I have a direct way of contacting him now. So, I get that not everybody is into that type of music and stuff, but I mean, I really enjoy Travis's music. I do. It's the style that I've always been into, and I found somebody that likes what we do, and that I equally like what they do, like what he does. So, Pacific Northwest too. Go figure. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna go crash their Halloween party downstairs. So I'm gonna wash all this sticky freaking twisted tea off me. Scrapyard. Keep that profile picture forever disturbing the peace. Oh shit. I might make a meme of that. I might make a meme of that. Send me that picture, man. I'm serious. I'll make a meme of it. If you seen me on Dub TV, send me the link to that if you can, Morningstar. But that's all I got for you tonight. I look forward to the next Kicking It with Chicken with you guys. It might be next Saturday, it might be next Sunday, it might be whenever, but yeah, let's get together again. So enjoy the fights. I'll be putting them out. Peace out, everybody.